And it's going to be on the map of Daybreak. In the bottom left, we have the Teal Zerg player, Jaedong, in the top right. It is his opponent in the top right, Mr. Rep from Team Liquid. And once again, we're going to go to the Jaedong point of view, because that's what we're kind of focusing on. This guy plays pretty fast, so hopefully you guys aren't getting headaches or whatever, because that would be unfortunate. But I think it's kind of cool seeing the player point of view. And we can really analyze as, you know, try to get as deep inside the mind of Jaedong as possible. We're surgeons. We gave him some sleeping pills so that he wouldn't feel the pain, and now we're going to dig inside his brain and see what's going on.
And that can be scary. This guy is very, very fast, very clever as well, and it's kind of intimidating. I have to say so myself. He's not someone you want to run up against in ladder. Let's put it that way. Or maybe you do. Maybe you enjoy.
I would love to play a ladder game against Jaedong. I'd probably lose, but it'd be cool to say I did it.
That's true. It would be, you would want to go up against him, but you wouldn't want to go up against him with money on the line.
No.
Not if you're just trying to win the game, because this guy is fearsome. You already introduced us up against Rat, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, on that note, you don't think people would pay to play a game against Jaedong?
They would.
Okay. So you would put money on the line?
Yeah. Well, no, not putting money on the line is like a betting term. Not you would pay to play him, but you wouldn't put money on the line against him.
Well, you're going to be losing money either way, right? I mean,
the term usually means, like, if you want to put money on the line, it means you think there's a more likely than not you'll make the money back, just from the insinuation of that terminology.
Okay, I'll let you have that one.
At least that's my belief.
Sure.
I've often been incorrect in life. I think about 3,672 times.
That's a lot of times.
Yeah, I'm quite often.
How old are you?
I am 27.
So that's 365 days in a year. So that's about 4,522 times wrong per day.
Yeah.
I actually did that math inside my head just now.
Yeah, that's actually pretty close.
No, it's actually right on.
Is that right on? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Within an order, actually maybe not the order I did. Anyways, Jaedong's in a billion nest. Has Rhett skipped his billion nest? I mean, for now. Has he been delaying it?
Can we cheat and go look?
Yeah, let's cheat and look. Oh, there he goes. Just started. So yes, unless he's for some reason making two.
So how important is it to get a abandoned nest in ZVZ?
I mean, well, the later you get it, the more that drone has mined. So basically, I mean, Rhett's gonna have a little bit more money than Jaedong because he built later. But there could be a time where if Jaedong was doing something really aggressive, like massing speedlings, he just kill Rhett, right? So
Sure.
The question is how. It's this question that, I mean, a lot of Zerg players, especially the pro league guys, have down to much more science than amateurs. Like, when you talk to like pro Zergs outside of Korea, and you're like, when do you get your billion nest? They're like, well, whenever I get it, like whenever I need it. Or often they have a time, but the key thing here is that if your opponent's hiding mass speedings in their base, if they run at you with like 16 speedlings, you can react to it as it across the map. You can just build 16 your own speedlings and you have 2 queens, you're fine.
Yep.
If it's a large number of speedlings, if it's like 25 plus,
that your opponent has been hiding.
Yeah, then you can't react to it. Like, I mean, you'll just die anyway. And so by the point in time when they could have that many hidden speedlings, you need to have your business done so you can react by morphing and baiting or two. Oh. It's kind of the idea. And the pro Zergs are really, really good at having that timing down.
Alright, we see Jaedong actually adding on a missile attack upgrade here.
Yes.
Which is a little bit interesting because he has no Roach Warren on the ground. Just now adding on the Roach Warren.
He's thinking ahead, man.
I like
thinking ahead. Faster layer than Red as well. Third base is both roughly in line. Jaedong's gonna try to be a little bit annoying here, but he's not really looking to kill a third. I mean, just maybe he's gonna try to convince Red that he might and try to get Red to make a lot of units.
I mean, the third is like probably one of the most important aspects of his EVZ. If your opponent gets a third up before you, you're probably going to lose the game unless you can kill them before that economy kicks in. So it's very important to keep that protected and to react appropriately to what your opponent is showing.
Nice little overseer scout. I think he's looking to see basically if Rets was massing up roaches or anything like that, getting ready for attack. Now he sees Rets lair finish and he saw a good number of drones, so he knows him and Red are probably doing basically very similar things.
Oh! Jaedong trying to get a connection there with that Baneling.
Oh, is the Baneling gonna die?
I think it's gonna die. Yep, it just died. Nice little pick off there by Ret.
Yeah, Ret's having some nice control here. Oh, Ret's moving in the third. Jaedong still has 2 Banelings.
Oh no,
I think he'll
it's
save
dead.
this.
Really close.
He'll save it.
Yeah.
It was close, but
Saves it for now.
I think Ret should have realized that it wasn't like it was kind of close, but it was like Ret should have known that it wasn't gonna die. Like it was. Oh, never mind. Ret had a backup plan for that. Cause I mean, if I was Ret with those Zerglings second hatchery, Ret knew the Zerglings would not kill before the Banelings and Speedies got him.
I think the Banelings were being made.
They were
as the Lings were attacking the hatchery.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, I was surprised Ret left his Speedies there at first, cause I'm like, he should know he's not gonna kill it. But then he did know that, but he also knew he'd bring it low enough that his follow-up. But that was really cool. Really cool to see him, you know, make that decision to know that he had the Banelings back there.
Yep.
And that puts Jaedong in an uncomfortable position. But he did sacrifice a lot of units, so maybe Jaedong can get something done here. Knocks off a queen. Yeah.
Let's check some tabs here. Income is 60-57 in favor of Jaedong. So Jaedong is still ahead in drones, even though Ret has that third. Ret going into Roach production. Actually, both these players have those Roaches on the field.
Look how Jaedong's trying to scare Ret right now. And he has the Roach speed, so he feels comfortable doing this because his Roaches are faster. The Roach speed makes it so he can run away from Jaedong's Roaches if he has less. And the attack upgrade on Roach means they can 2-shot Zerglings, so he's not worried about dying to Speedings either. And that little move up by him, he knew he wasn't going to kill Ret with it, but he's trying to say, Ret, don't build drones. Because if you don't build drones, the fact that you killed my third doesn't matter. Because he can't utilize his own third. And so I think it worked. Kind of. I mean, of course, it made the best out of bad situation, basically. They're almost effectively getting the thirds at the same time. In fact, Jaedong's mining gas from his third before Ret is. So,
yeah, they're pretty even on harvesters.
And the gas income from Jaedong was ahead there because Ret's 5th and 6th gases are just finishing now.
Ret hasn't started an Infestor yet, and Jaedong already has 5 on the field and 3 in production. So we're going to have a situation where Jaedong is going to have 8 Infestors in the field. Ret is going to have none. And I don't know if Ret's forgotten, because Pathogen Cleanse is about to finish. Generally, you're going to time that to have Infestors popping right when that Pathogen Cleanse is finished.
When Pathogen, usually people start it around when Pathogen Cleanse is 30 seconds in.
What did he? Oh, was that the Infestation Pit?
No, or Evil Chamber. The Infestation Pit was done anyway. But that's a nice, you know?
Yeah.
Contaminate is actually fairly underused. I really like a move like that. Like, is it going to single-handedly win him the game? Well, it might actually, because it might open up a much stronger, like, he was going to get +2 first no matter what, but now he's got a full minute of an upgrade advantage, or a full Starcraft minute. I think that's about 60 seconds away from completion, so that's enough time. He can mount an attack.
And he has those Infestors too, so we'll have to see if he decides to do that. What is he adding on here? Okay, he's adding on a lot of Roaches in production, but has more drones in production as well, and has a Hydra Den about halfway done. So we could see a situation where he just waits for Hydras. Yeah,
he might not try to get that +2 advantage, but even if he doesn't go for like a timing, it's still going to mean he's getting a +1 armor first, right? It's still going to mean that he's safe from a timing. Like, it's just contaminating the Evo Chamber is such a good idea. And it's something else enough. Oh, not a little bit slow moving those drones, but I think he didn't actually lose too many. Damage is spread up pretty well there.
Nice whole position micro there from Ret. 6 workers killed to 2, so nothing incredibly significant as far as that's concerned. Nothing at least game-changing. And Ret's going to try to secure this 4th base in the middle. Jaedong's 4th base is already done in the middle there. And now we're going to see a situation where both players are going to be maxed, and whatever engagement happens is probably going to come down to positioning.
Indeed it is. Ret's a little fast for the Hydras, but we talked about how Jaedong's Hydras aren't too far behind. I mean, if Ret went to attack, Jaedong's Hydras should probably be done in time to defend. And he is ahead in upgrades, and the big key thing you mentioned earlier was how much faster he got the Infestors. Of course, now the Infestor count may be fairly, even if it is even, I don't know if it is. In fact, something we can check. So Jaedong has more, but even if Ret built up to 10, the fact is that because Jaedong got them earlier, they'll have so much more energy. Like we can see, there's actually many of them are maxed already. And I think this is when he wants to attack, right when these Hydras finish, right when +1 armor finishes. So that Contaminate is actually giving him the timing still, right? It's still carrying on. I mean, not the attack advantage, but it'll be the armor advantage.
Sure.
And it's going to be such a strong timing. His Infestors, because as time goes on, he'll lose that Infestor advantage because his are going to stop getting energy because they're already maxed. So I love everything about this timing. Just comes together so well.
And it's like a max timing. It's not like a 2-base timing, not
Yep.
3-base. This is literally a max timing here from Jaedong, and his burrow about to finish as well.
Oh,
so
he's not going.
Ooh.
Changing his mind. I don't know. I think the longer he waits, the better position Rhett's in.
It's so dangerous to commit late game.
Yeah,
ZVZ. Like if you have
especially-
one bad engagement.
And down that concave.
Yes.
That's a rough concave to go down. Trying to go down a ramp. It looks like maybe he's going to decide to go back there again. Just section off a few roaches to deal with. You know, Rhett's doing a good job with this harass.
Yeah, I really like
Wow,
it.
he's really picking off a lot of drones. He had 6 killed. Now he's up to 20. Of course, Jaedong still has a lot of drones.
Yeah, he has to. He's rebuilding 8 of them though, and that's 8 drones. That's not something else.
Yep.
But he's maxed anyway, so it's interesting to think about what he'd rather use that on at this point.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Rhett's able to develop a larger bankroll than Jaedong. Of course, Jaedong is going to Hive, +2 armor on the way. Second Evo Chamber. I like the second Evo Chamber. He's going to use that for the melee attack, I believe. He might just wait and get 3-3 for range and armor, but I kind of like to see him get the melee attack so when he goes to Broodlords, they're stronger. Or actually, he didn't get a... Oh, there's a Spire. I was going to say he didn't get a Spire yet, so I said that. I mean, so Rhett's Spire is actually a little bit faster. You know, we've been talking about how all the things Jaedong's doing well. I almost feel like Rhett's ahead in this game. I mean, he's got
Rhett's
more...
playing this very
Yeah,
well.
he's got slightly more money banked, a lot more minerals, but the gas is what's more important. Slightly more gas banked.
Jaedong has many more investors.
That's true.
16 to 5.
That's why I knew. I was like, how is Rhett winning this game?
Yeah.
And he's really not. It looks like he is from the bank, but Jaedong's army is so much better. You know, they're both winning food, but then faster count makes it so much better. And also Jaedong has a faster 5th base, so I'd still have to pick Jaedong with a slide edge, of course. I like making the spines here too. I think Rhett should be investing. Oh, double spire for late game upgrades. Not the bad.
Jaedong is so fast with everything he's doing here. We can see him going from hatchery to hatchery to hatchery to army.
He's making a lot of spines.
Yep.
How many workers is he down to now? He's going 3-3, so he's not going to make that. 63 versus 67, okay. I would really like to see Rhett get some spines as well, because I think that the spines help you with all the mass roach attacks. And oh, engagement here. Nice fungal by Rhett on many of Jaedong's infestors. Jaedong's able to use some energy though on those infested Terrans and some fungal growths. Jaedong with a massive concave. Look at where this is why we said Jaedong would attack. You see the concave that Jaedong was able to establish when Rhett attacked? And that would have been the same reverse if it was the other way around. If it was Jaedong.
Oh! Catching the infestors. And you know what was cool about all of that? Look at that, 57 roaches in production, by the way. How often do you see that?
That's from Rhett.
Yeah.
Jaedong's not remaxing.
I think he's waiting for corruptors.
He is. I think Jaedong realizes that, yes, he could build roaches, but he knows Rhett's going to build them. And so he knows he couldn't kill Rhett. He also knows that he has all these infestors and spines that are alive, so he doesn't need to build them to stay alive. Right? So there's actually no reason to get them. Like, yeah, he could attack again, but he probably wouldn't kill Rhett. And he doesn't need him to defend.
Like,
his spine is so strong.
He knew when that battle was won, and he knew the advantage he gained. Because like during that battle, he also like went back and injected, which is really cool
and
to see.
just now he got them when he saw the mass roach pack from Rhett, because he's anticipating he's gonna need them to reinforce during the battle at his top left. I really like the way Jaedong's playing this. Like he wanted to avoid getting roaches, and then he decided he couldn't when he saw Rhett move out to attack.
He needs to burrow those drones at his hatchery at the top left. That hatchery's definitely gonna die though. Rhett doing a great job spreading out his roaches. Of course, you know, the more you spread them out, the less effective infestors are going to be. Sorry.
He lost the top left base. He's actually dealing with the multi-attacks pretty well. Losing a few infestors here, but I think overall, Rhett took some much worse losses. And Jaedong's going to clean this up. And
Rhett has no preparation in store as far as transitioning to those broodlords either.
And it is one of those situations where a lot of players, like, I've actually encountered a lot of players who say this to me, right? Where they say, I've killed 5-year expansions, how am I not way ahead, right? And people are saying, Rhett just killed his top left. Shouldn't he be ahead from killing the base? Well, he does equalize things. He didn't have the bottom right. So it's like, I've had these games where I've been in like, I build a 4th base, my opponent kills it. I rebuild it, they kill it. I rebuild it, they kill it. This happens like 4 times, and then they're really frustrated when they lose. It's like, well, you were in 2 base the whole game. So It's one of the situations where I think Jaedong's in a great position, even though he did lose that top left base. Oh, Broodlord's on the way too, man.
It's all about it's all about composition too. Like
double air upgrades.
Yeah.
Red doesn't have a single air upgrade.
I feel like this is kind of like PvZ. Like you lose a fourth, but you still have Infestors and Broodlords like in production, and you already mined enough gas from that other base. It's like as long as you keep your drones alive, it's not like you're in a terrible situation.
Or even if you lose a few,
Sure,
you don't lose army. You know?
Yeah. Just getting those Infestors and Broodlords out, those cost-efficient things, and then keeping them alive.
Really prioritizing his upgrades. I love that. I mean, Red will get the corruptor count that he may not die immediately, but Jaedong's in a such stronger position. I mean, again, Red has a larger mineral bank, but Jaedong has the spines to make him safe. He's got a larger gas bank, and the upgrades are going to be so huge. I mean, Jaedong's trying to trap Red. Yeah, he knew he would be coming time to stay at top left base, so he's counterattacking. He's going to defend with just Infestors. Yes.
And he could potentially pull back their counterattack to prevent the retreat path as well.
Yes, he could. Although it looks like Ret's going to commit, and Ret's not going to break the Broodlord spine Infestor line. Oh, Corruptor's coming from the side. Jaedong's trying to get his Corruptors over the answer, but yeah, I don't think Ret can break this, right? Can he? Holy moly, Ret! Wow. The Roche Hydra really worked out quite decent there.
Jaedong, those Corruptors too from Red.
Those Corruptors were instrumental there. Look how Jaedong spread his army around though.
Yeah.
Red's gonna lose all his economy. Jaedong lost his army, but Jaedong's being able to preserve. He hasn't lost any income yet, right? His bases are still fine. His fourth base, his army bite died, but the spine core defense is still strong, right? And that's gonna be enough. Wow, this is a really 9 Infestors being remade. Perfect unit to make when you have all the gas, not much. He can just broilers around, throw Infested Terrans, cutting off the retreat of Ret's army here.
He's still got Roaches doing damage in the bottom right, setting some Corruptors across the field. And look at this, actually they come in from 2 angles. Roaches from the right, Infestors from Ret. No, they're gonna get taken out. Oh, nice.
Ret was too busy watching both the bottom right. Jaedong was able to knock that out the nose, and Jaedong has been using these Corruptors to kill all of Ret's overlords, which is something, a lot of people, when they know the Corruptors, they just put them in a corner, but using them to kill overlords is nice. Why not? This is something I wonder why Terran players don't do this with Vikings. When they go Vikings Broodlords and all Zerg tech switches, they land the Vikings and watch them die to ultras. It's like, well, why not just go and kill the overlords? And that's exactly what Jaedong's doing, saying, okay. And well, now he sees Ret make Corruptors, so he's going to have to run, but...
Yeah. And if you get fungled, like if Jaedong gets fungled right now...
I still like it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the damage he did to overlords, and the odds of it being...
Red's at 146 supply, and he has, like, no money right now.
Yeah.
So it's like... Yeah, he's actually supply locked right now.
I think he lost a lot of drones in his counterattacks, too. Yeah, Red's down to 46, so... 46 is actually not too bad for this stage of the game, because there's not that many bases that aren't mined out, right? Like, their main and natural is mined out, right? For both players, so... They've got their 3rd and 4th, but... I mean, the 3rd is probably running low as well. I guess he'd still want to be in, like, 55. Oh! Is he gonna... He gets 3 of the Corruptors.
Nice.
And he's gonna get them all here. Well, it's hard to tell how much that even matters, though. It's not like he's going Broodlords anymore. He doesn't really have the money.
No, he doesn't.
It's still not I mean, there's no reason not to kill him. He has so much Infestor energy. I like this location of Hatchery. He said, you know what? The top left is hard to defend, but I can put my army here, and this way I can
defend and attack.
Yeah, exactly. Because he wants to make sure Ret doesn't reestablish the bottom right. That's his goal here. So in counter to this, Ret might want to take the top base if Ret knows this is going on. But he's actually got changed it. He would see that and he'd probably do some. Actually, he's already sending his whole army there. Interesting. Maybe the bottom base is bait, and if Ret goes down there, then he can kill the middle and then get a concave at the bottom of the ramp. That would be an elaborate plan. Like if Ret,
I wouldn't put it past you.
If Ret gets his army stuck at the bottom of the map, Jaedong could actually set up a concave so he couldn't go back. And meanwhile, kill Ret's 4th base. I guess it could. And he might turn into a pseudo base, except Jaedong still has all those spine cores.
So he's okay with the potential base race.
Yeah, I think, and he has more Infestors too. So if nobody has economy, Infestors eventually kill everything, right?
And he has Burrow.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Ret.
Ret lost a bunch of Infestors there. Jaedong focus fired that. He really deliberately focus fired all those Infestors out. A nice little trade by Jaedong, losing some of his weaker units, but he killed Ret's 4th, killed the Infestors. I think go for that
Spawning
spawn.
pool.
I think he just backed himself in the corner. He just forgot about those units. He said they're dead anyway. Why waste?
Roaches are doomed to die.
Oh, he burrowed
there's a
them.
drone.
He burrowed the roaches. Actually, that was kind of cool. They made sure so Rhett didn't have an overseer there.
Yeah. You know, Rhett still doesn't have bro.
Yeah.
Fun fact of the day.
That's unfortunate for Rhett.
All right, let's take tabs. I think units tab is 15 to 3.
This is checkmate, man. Because he again canceled the bottom right attempt. All you see was holding the middle base and Rhett's dead. Right. It's got to be checkmate. And he even knows it. He's going to more spines. He knows he's far enough ahead with more spines.
That Red has to counterattack, has to do damage to get
But
back
like,
there.
how can Rhett get? Look at all these infestors.
I don't know how you
finals.
engage that with what he has.
I think Rhett's decided he can't. Just too many spines. So Rhett's going to just sit. He's remaking his fourth. He's going to sit on it. But it's going to take so long for Rhett to get that. Like, look. Let's go back to the economy. I think that's what you're going to do, and I interrupted you. I mean,
right.
look at the. Look at the graph there.
57 to 44.
It's because Rhett's only mining from half the base. It's like it's not even 57-44 wouldn't be that big a difference, except it's actually twice because he only has half of a base to mine from because the third is only like halfway operational. And the Jaedong's even got that bottom base fully up now. This is getting pretty brutal. Is he just gonna finish this off now?
He's coming to the bottom right here. Doesn't want to throw those rushes away though.
Oh, I think maybe was he trying to lure Rhett back? Oh, it's a race to get a better
Oh, Rhett's kind of trapped here. He's Jaedong's throwing out a lot of infested Terrans. Might have the last big engagement. Rhett trying to throw everything he has against Jaedong's army, but look at those fungals blanketing the units. Oh, look at that. Rhett actually has broodlords in the air.
Yeah.
Infested Terrans potentially could deal with that.
They could potentially. Both players set up really, really good contests there. I was actually pretty impressed with how quickly they improvise in a situation. But at the end of the day, I think that whole battle, Jaedong lost like 15 Hydras, Rhett lost like 30 units. Because most of what Jaedong lost was infested Terrans, right? So, not too often do you really mind losing a lot of infested Terrans. You know, they're not as important.
Alright.
Broodlord versus Broodlord action here. Jaedong intelligently realizes
fire. I think he's going for it.
he is going for it. And he's also targeting the hatchery at this Broodlord. It's kind of cool because who cares about killing their broodlings, right?
Yeah.
He's going to keep coming back. Oh, now these Broodlords are done for.
The hatch is dead. There goes the fungal and some infested Terrans. Jaedong's up 161 to 69 supply. And there's the GG from Rhett. Nice game from Jaedong.
Yeah, that was a really cool game. The positional play on both sides is actually pretty impressive. But Jaedong just did a few things to maneuver himself in it, like throughout the game, small little things. Just outplay the guy.
Yeah, very cool game, very long game, and entertaining. Jaedong displaying some really nice EVC, and Rhett he also played that fairly well. I mean, there was a point where he was pretty significantly ahead, I think. But I think Jaedong, once he got just that ridiculous amount of infestors on the field, and Rhett was just having trouble catching up. And when you're behind in infestors, especially in a ZVZ, infestors are probably they can be the most cost-efficient cost-efficient unit in the actual in a ZVZ matchup. So
yeah,
I think Rhett was definitely feeling the lack of that. But guys, that's going to conclude Rhett versus Jaedong. Next up, we have our last game of the night. It's going to be Jaedong versus Vibe, the WCS USA champion from Root Gaming. So guys, stay tuned. More Jaedong action coming your way after a quick break.